So talk about that relationship with you and Julio. Like, he older than you, right?
Yeah.
So is it like, it's like a big brother, little brother type shit?
Yeah.
Do you think it was a paid hit?
I do.
Foolio's killers are behind bars. But don't be fooled. This chapter of street violence for residents of the Jacksonville community is nowhere near over. According to reports, Foolio's cousin is planning to tie up all the loose ends that the police failed to do so. And that includes dishing out some lessons to Yungeen Ace, who he believes is the real mastermind behind his cousin's passing. Is Yungeen Ace's life in danger? Are the streets of Jacksonville going to bear witness to more bloodshed? And just exactly what does Foolio's cousin have planned? Let's dig into the details. So on July 27th, 2024, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office arrested the 5 individuals responsible for taking out Julio Foolio. 18-year-old Sean Andre Gathright, 21-year-old Isaiah Jermaine Chance, 21-year-old Alicia Latoya Andrews, 30-year-old Rashad Travion Murphy, and 27-year-old Davion Vershard Murphy. Everyone except Davion has been taken into custody and is being dealt with within the confines of the law. Honestly, the fact that the authorities managed to arrest those responsible is nothing short of commendable. A month ago, it seemed impossible, but the locals might want to hold off on the celebrations. You see, some people believe that the case just doesn't end with these 5. In fact, the running theory is that the crew was acting on someone's orders and that they had an inside man on Foolio's crew. Why do we say that? Well, remember Alicia Andrews from the list of culprits? Once her name was released to the public, College Kid tweeted, 21-year-old Foolio murder suspect, Alicia Andrews, was allegedly celebrating Jacksonville rapper's birthday with him in Tampa, told suspects Isaiah Chance and Sean Gathright his location. And that leaves fans with some burning questions. How did Alicia manage to get that close to Foolio without raising any red flags? And you know what's really twisted? This doesn't even begin to show the extent of their planning. According to reports, police have taken an eyewitness into protection who has information that could break open the case. And what exactly is that? Well, for starters, the eyewitness is an employee who used to work at the motel where Foolio was sprayed down. According to her, days before the incident, one of Foolio's ops dropped by the hotel for information.
I want to say that Friday, 2 guys had already came to that hotel already. And after he got killed, more guys was coming up there. So if people keep saying why they left that stuff at the crime scene, we said that at first, but that was the setup from the police. Rico already involved. We gonna talk to all the people. I have cards, I can prove this. All these people we gonna talk to. When they pulled that man and put him on that schedule, it wasn't no sheet over the face. There wasn't none of that. That's the only form we can see. That's all we can see. The other victims that everybody talking about, one victim was in the hotel because when we got done, we had to go in. I had to go. I worked there. I had to go in the hotel. We was on security at the hotel. We were servicing the girlfriend. We were servicing a big guy. He even got arrested. He was short. He got arrested. A guy from that guy's birthday who was with him got arrested.
One word, yikes. Just how deep was this crew's planning? I mean, sure, Foolio dropped the location of his birthday party on his IG, but finding out where he was going to take the party if the police knocked on his front door, that's a whole other level of planning. And with all these facts on the table, I think we can safely say that the case is far from over. The crew of 5 definitely had inside help, and even Foolio's own mother thinks so. She believes someone put a hit on her son.
Do you think it was a paid hit?
I do. Cause we don't know them people. Who are those people? Who is that girl? Who sent you? So, of course, I do.
She also thinks that this is not the end and that more arrests will be made.
So, do you believe more people will be arrested for what happened to your son?
Yes.
So more than the 5 that are on the screen right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and maybe 2 or 3 more? You don't know how, you don't know?
I don't know.
And is this something that you're being told?
No, I just believe that more will be.
Okay. Yeah. And none of the 5 are connected to your son at all?
I don't know any of them. Like, I don't know any of them at all. And that's it's strange to me. Like, if I don't know any of them, he would have never thought those guys would, we don't know. I don't know any of them. So that's the reason why I believe that it's going to be more arrests. Because I'm thinking, like, who sent you? Somebody had to send you. We don't know you.
Yeah. I must say, too, before we get out of here, Foolio looked really happy.
He was so happy his last 48 hours, and that's what I'm holding on to. He said it was the best birthday he have ever had.
Yep.
And so
he did say that.
Yeah, that's what I'm holding on to. He was smiling. He was doing his promo videos in Tampa, several of them. He was happy.
But the real question is, who's going to track down that man? Well, I'll tell you who. Like Foolio, Cojak hopped off the porch early in life. He was active in the streets and caught trouble here and there. That's how he was sentenced to 3 years in prison for a gun charge in 2021. And so when Foolio passed away, he couldn't exactly be present for the proceedings, but that was 2 years ago. Kojak's nearly at the end of the sentence now, and folks think that once he gets out, he's going to settle the score in the name of his brother. Cojak and Foolio practically grew up together. In fact, for Cojak, Foolio was like a big brother who he looked up to.
So talk about that relationship with you and Julio. Like, he older than you, right?
Yeah.
So is it like, it's like a big brother, little brother type shit?
Yeah, shit like that, Been around my whole life, shit.
So it might as well be.
Yeah, all that shit go away. This shit go away right now. We still gonna be with each other.
I feel you.
Like, we just met or some shit.
I feel you. And even then, like, was he always on your chest about rapping, or was you the one that's like, nah, I don't even want to rap, even though you been around him rapping and shit?
Nah, he used to always tell me, he used to always say, man, Cojak need to rap, man. Make a song, man. He used to always tell me, but I used to be like, nah, man, I ain't fucking with that shit. And I just started doing that shit.
I feel you. And how about now, since both y'all doing music, like, how is the chemistry in the studio session? Like, when both y'all in the session, you feel me? Like, do y'all help each other with y'all rhymes and shit, or is it just like he go do his shit or you go do your shit?
Sometimes like that, but sometimes he be helping me out, he do that shit easy. But, I just started. So he be helping me out and I get stuck. I might get stuck on like one little bar or some shit. He helped me out.
So imagine his shock when he heard the news about his brother passing away behind bars. He posted this photo of the two on his IG story after the loss. He's also been posting photo dumps on his IG with sentimental captions. In one post he wrote, "Loyalty over love, we shall not cross or break." Meanwhile, he captioned another post, "Knowing you not going to be there when get home really F with me." But it was this post that really got his point across to the ops. Cojak wrote, "Ain't no point of a paragraph, you know what it is with me, and you promise we'll never let them forget you." Yup, Cojak threatened to settle the score for his big brother, and he has no shortage of people to take out his anger on. There's the crew of 5 to begin with. As far as we know, each of them is going to be sentenced to life in prison, according to Florida law, and Cojak spent serious time in prison, so of course he has the necessary connections to teach these individuals some lifelong lessons, if you know what I mean.
Let me be clear, the feud stops here. All 5 of these defendants are facing life in the Florida State Prison, even the ones who didn't pull the trigger. In Florida, if you participate in the planning of a murder, you can be held accountable for the person's death. And that is what we intend to do here. There were 3 people who pulled the trigger. You saw it on the video. 5 people, though, are charged with murder. The level of planning and coordination between these 5 defendants was truly alarming. It is clear that they all had one purpose in coming to Tampa, and that was to kill.
And then there are the gangs they have been associated with as well. According to reports, Isaiah belongs to the 1200 gang, while the Murphys have been linked to the ATK, and these gangs had bad blood with Foolio's crew. If Kojak's serious about sending a message, he could easily target someone from these gangs, since that's the way the streets work. And then there's Yungeen Ace as well. Sure, he's not been tied to the incident, but remember what we talked about a while ago. We said there was someone higher up pulling the strings, and given the history between Foolio and Yungeen, that someone could very well be Ace. He did jump on an IG live after the incident and set the record straight that he had nothing to do with Foolio's passing. In fact, he did a complete 180, saying that he and Foolio were on good terms.
How you win? You got rock. You can't on that one lyric, word for word. Yeah, I made a post earlier. Y'all should have been practicing. Y'all ain't practiced. That was I told y'all. I knew it. Hold on. What you think about Foolio dying, cuz? That shit sad. Twin, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Y'all boys in the street, y'all didn't leave the streets alone, twin. All condone and shit like that. But y'all just gotta stay. Y'all gotta. It's so funny, cause me, bro. Like we cool. Like we was cool and shit. Me and him. Like we cool. I was just so funny. I was just talking to him. I'm like, bro, you gotta stay out the way, bro. You know, y'all here, like stay out the way, real shit. Like you know, I fuck with your real shit. Stay out the way. So you know what I'm saying to all the kids, y'all stay out the streets. Everybody stay out the streets. You feel me? It's all good. And I'm saying I'm supporting everybody who getting out the streets. Stay out the street. I'm out the street. I'm far away. Me telling on some other. We far away. From, you know what I'm saying, but back to the Riz. Back to the Riz. Who next? Who trying to get on the bit, make the cheese?
It almost seemed like he was taking a page out of King Von's playbook when his longtime rival, FBG Duck, got put in the ground. Von jumped on X and wrote, "Me and Duck settled our differences right before he passed. We was talking about bringing everybody together as a whole and changing the community for the better. I'ma still stand on that. Every step of the way I'ma be thinking of you, even though you dissed my dead homies and family." Heck, Von even teased a track with the late rapper, writing, "King Von featuring FBG Duck. I was gonna hold this to my album, but if MFS wanted, I'ma drop that today. Or hold it and put Durk on it too." But you know what's ironic? When the dust settled, it was revealed that Von had actually put out a hit on FBG Duck. According to reports, a $100,000 bounty was placed on the head of rapper FBG Duck before he was shot and killed outside a high-end store in the Gold Coast over 2 years ago. So bearing that in mind and knowing how the streets work, no one believes Ace is completely innocent when it comes to Foolio's incident. And if by some miracle, he truly has nothing to do with any of it, the way he claims, there's the fact that he mocked Foolio's passing like no tomorrow. He dropped the track Do It a short while after Foolio passed, rapping, "I don't even call him by his name, I call them N-words, Lil Do-Its. B-words call the phone, say they got the low, I told them do it. I ain't sparing stuff, it's on sight if we into it. He with his baby, do it. He with his B-word, do it with his mama, do it. This money make a N-word, do it." And then a few days later, he dropped another track, Game Over, rapping, "5 in the morning, I got a call. What is this? Dead on the floor, dead on arrival, Mr. 6. I'm steady screaming out, F the law and F the 6. 4 in the car and one of them dead. 3 got hit. I told them N-words, they don't want no war with this shit. And I told them N-words, go and step harder around this B-word. I don't know who the F he think he fooling voodoo. Come get him up. I don't know why the F they thought I was losing. I was always up." Lyrics like those can't be easily written off. At least fans can say with full confidence that Cojak didn't forget about them. And if he wants to do right by his fallen comrade, Ace is the first person he's going to find once he gets out of prison. And so as tensions in Jacksonville streets continue to rise, all eyes are on Cojak as he prepares to be released from prison. The path he chooses could reignite the cycle of violence, with Yungeen Ace possibly in his crosshairs. With blood feuds, gang rivalries, and unfinished business fueling the fire, the city may not see peace anytime soon. Will Cojak seek vengeance and bring more chaos, or will he find another way to honor Foolio's memory? One thing is certain, this story is far from over, and the next chapter could be the most explosive yet, and we'll be here with all the details.